Hey there, it's Jenny Fenig, and welcome to another episode of Get Gutsy. I have something really important to share with you today. It's something that's been on my heart for quite some time, and I am finally ready to share it. So, this is one of my solo episodes. I invite you to pull up a chair or pop your headphones in and take a run. Take me into your car with you, wherever you're going to listen to this. And let's get real together, shall we? Let's go. I shared my bold opinion and my truth in that room of 20 women leaders. What pissed me off about the coaching industry, what I saw as our ultimate responsibility, and why that didn't seem to be happening across the board with successful coaches, followed by a lot of up-and-comers who look to them for guidance and advice. What am I taking a stand for? This. Women leaders who don't use their platform for social justice don't deserve a platform. As soon as these words came out of my mouth in that room, chills went up and down my spine. Tears welled up in my eyes. A piece of me thought I might get in trouble by the powers that be. Jenny Fenig taking a stand for the future of humanity and the future of this industry. According to the Pachamama Alliance, social justice is the equal access to wealth, opportunities, and privileges within a society. This is what soulful service is truly about. This is why I got into the coaching field to begin with, to help people. Not to put up fancy pictures on the internet, humble brag about my cars and purses and jewelry, and ignore what's going on in the world because it just doesn't affect me. That would be convenient white girl privilege. But it seems in the battle for clicks and likes and sales, coaches are selling a false reality. They're selling air. They're selling candy to hungry people desperate for nourishment. And the machine keeps on churning. The funnels and the ads and the fake live webinars that are actually pre-recorded all contribute to the false reality that keeps people focused on shit that doesn't matter. What does matter? Using your platform to change the world. Doing the deep work yourself and ensuring you have expert support so that you're not projecting your stuff onto your people. Using your voice and your position to help solve the bigger problems of the world. Working with right fit clients instead of anyone you can convince to pay you. Bringing attention to social injustice and doing something about it. If you consider yourself a true leader, you cannot ignore the mass shooting that just happened because you're in the middle of a launch and don't want to lose followers and money if you speak your truth about how you really feel about our gun problem and you share your pain. You can't ignore that your work is not for everyone and end up having clients in the room who totally throw off the energy for the group. Because you know, as a leader, that vetting and boundaries are critical for coach and for client and for group. You can't ignore current events because you're all about love and light when we have members of the media getting killed or attacked for simply doing their job due to tyrannical leaders who don't believe in a free press. You can't not know what's happening in the world because it's negative. Your people are tuned in to what's happening in the world and they are freaked out. They are sad. They are overwhelmed. They are looking for leadership and strength. And that is your job. Yes, your business is your service, but being a leader is why you are here. And you know that. Having a platform is a privilege. If you don't use it for social justice, you don't deserve to have one. You are here to take a stand. Will I lie and tell you this is easy? No. I'm a truth teller. This shit is hard. It would be much easier to love and light our way to the finish line and to the bank. But I know you. You love challenge. You love solving problems. If taking a stand was easy, you'd do something else. So would I. Look back on your life so far. Look at all those mountains you've climbed. Look at how many times you've hit up against massive obstacles, not knowing how in the world you'd ever make it. Challenge creates champions, and challenge creates change. Challenge creates champions. Challenge creates change. For me, here are a few moments from my life that were real pivot point moments for me. They were those moments where I was faced with something very, very hard, and I found a way through it. And I'm proud. And I share these with you to get the creative juices flowing so you can claim what those moments have been for you. For me, just some. Surviving and healing from the death of my 12-year-old sister when I was 16. Driving a U-Haul by myself from Florida to New York. I was 22 years old. I was starting my public relations career at one of the biggest PR agencies in the world. And I remember thinking how much driving that U-Haul felt like a rite of passage. My parents thought I was nuts, and I knew I had to do it. Getting married after being petrified of commitment, and now being married for close to 14 years. We'll celebrate 14 years in June. Leaving my 6-figure New York City job without another job lined up because I knew I had to make a change. I didn't know exactly what that change was going to be, how it was going to look, but I trusted that I would figure something out. And I did. Birthing 3 children, my proudest creations. And 2 of those births were unmedicated. I'll never forget the feeling of those contractions. And thinking I was going to break in a gazillion pieces. And on the other side of that, babies. One of my 3 taught me a huge lesson too, when I was planning to have a home birth with him, and he was breech. And so my first ever surgery, C-section, learned a tremendous amount about myself and the world through conceiving and birthing those beautiful children. Choosing sobriety over a life where I need to drink to relax or fit in. And if you knew me in my teens or 20s, that would be a big departure for how you knew me, because I was quite the party girl. Ending relationships that are toxic after trying to make them work for years and years, ignoring my own signals about what I wanted, what was right. Deciding to walk away from the traditional education system and homeschool our sons once we realized that that was the most powerful path for them. Creating a profitable business that changes the world, doing work that I love. And I'm now 11 plus years in as an entrepreneur, and every day I learn more, and it continues to blow me away. And I continue to be humbled and dazzled by the power of creating what I'm here to create and working with incredible people like you. So one of the biggest things I work on with my clients is moving through fear and doubt to take the next step in their business and do what they came here to do. And what I want to share with you now is this concept of aligning your star with something greater. And I first read that line. I just love that line. I want to give a shout out to, there was a recent article in Psychology Today, and it was I actually went to the library in my town to do some thinking about and writing about this, what I'm sharing with you right now. This is a really important piece that I'm coming out with in my business. And I went to my library, and it was so awesome. I used to love going to the library when I was in college. And so I'm in this library, and I see this Psychology Today article, and the cover story is about the inner critic. And this is what I work with a lot in my coaching business. And I teach my clients about this who go through my coaching school. And so there was a piece in there, and it said, align your star with something greater. And I just loved that. And that leads us into this next piece that I'm sharing with you today. So I don't care how successful these women are who come to work with me, show up in my programs. I don't care how successful they look on paper, how many degrees they have, how much money they have, how many letters they have after their name, how beautiful they are. The fear is there. The inner critic is active, saying, essentially, you're not good enough. Stay small, stay safe. If you make a move, you'll screw it up. You'll get found out for the fraud that you are. Does that sound familiar to you? The job of the inner critic is to protect you from the shame of failure. And it does this by attacking you, undermining you, questioning your every move. And often real people will show up as real life critics. Fuck, right? Like, what? was bad enough when it was just the inner critic. Now it's like real people are going to throw stuff at you too. Yeah, it can be exhausting when you don't know how to handle this with grace yet firmness. And this holds you back from truly going for it. For many women, the bigger issue is a fear of success. But this looks like the opposite of a fear of failure. So you might be saying, what's up with that? Well, the connection to the shame of failure is that when you're successful in your business, you fear that you'll inevitably fail in others. All these other parts of your life, parenting, marriage, the team that you've built up, managing the money, friendships, your home, your community. There's more, right? Because women carry so much and society expects us to carry so much. We are the gender who carries life, right? Women were selected to carry life. Those 3 babies I birthed, I carried those babies. My husband didn't carry those babies. It was me. So women carry so much, but something's got to give. And that's where we sabotage ourselves. For me in the past, there's definitely been a feeling of I won't be able to handle it. So I better just stay where I am. I should be grateful for what I have. And I can just stay right here, fitting in, not being too bold, not being too big, because that's where things gets dangerous. Okay. This no doubt holds you back from being your fullest, most powerful, dazzling you. Here's the deal. When you shift your focus from inward, me, to outward, the impact your work has on the world, you are empowered to rise above the chatter in your head. My suggestion for you is that you create a new script for yourself where the plot is no longer driven by self-doubt, where the fear of shame of fucking it up doesn't rule you, where the dread of disappointing others or yourself doesn't consume your thoughts. Let yourself be driven by a higher purpose and what you're taking a stand for and those social causes that you are supporting and why. The work takes on an entirely different energy, and so do you. So there will be a part 2 of this series, and that will be coming to you soon. And in it, I'm going to share some examples of brands who are getting it right and why. And there are some really, really powerful examples right now, ones that you might have been witnessing, seeing, investing in, watching. When I say brands, they might be brands that you are, quote, buying, right? Or they might be personal brands, okay? Which you can also buy the creations of personal brands, but we have some really great examples of political leaders who are really getting it right. They're taking a stand, and it's, in my eyes, fantastic to witness. Very, very empowering to witness. I'm also going to share some causes that I support with my work, talk about how I tie this into how I create and how I stay energized and how I get out of my freaking way when that inner critic wants me to get in my way. Okay. So in the meantime, if this spoke to you, if what I had to share with you today spoke to you, and you're feeling the call to use your platform for something greater than you and be surrounded by other women leaders who are right there with you taking a stand, then you want to join Power Brand Camp today. It is my boldest program yet. And my intention with Power Brand Camp is this: help 75 women leaders get in alignment with the money you are ready to receive with your work and the social justice foundation and take a stand message that fuels your creations. I'll also teach you what to do with the money that flows in, because making it is one thing, using it wisely is an entirely different ballgame. And if you ignore this, you won't be in business much longer. This took me 10 years as an entrepreneur and many dark nights of the soul to figure this out. The techniques that I'll share allowed me to increase my Q1 profits from 2018 to 2019 by more than 1,000%. Truth: financially empowered women will change the world. Studies show that women consistently give at much higher rates than men to promote social change or help others who need it, even though women hold a lot less of the world's money than men do. And here's why. Did you know that women have to work on average 92 extra days to earn the same amount men take home in 1 year? And for Black women, it's 233 extra days. For Latinas, it's 323 extra days. This is unacceptable. This is the heart of what we're doing in Power Brand Camp. Taking a stand for change, not believing the lies you tell yourself about why it's safer to hide, making more money, doing powerful things with this money, being the leader you were born to be, doing the work you can't not do every day. I do need to tell you that the class is 50% full. We close the doors on enrollment on April 25th, or when we fill up. My intention with the class of 2019 of Power Brand Camp is to help the difference makers called for something greater at this point in your career. And with most of my programs, I could have sold it for thousands of dollars and served a smaller group. That has been a lot of the work that I've done through the years because it has felt right to do it like that. But that would be defeating the purpose for this offer. So that means we're keeping the price low so we can help more people, and still we're giving you a hands-on experience where I am walking this journey with you in real time. Aside from the bonuses you get when you sign up, nothing's pre-recorded. I'll be recording all the trainings with you live. All content is fresh and up to the minute relevant. I'll be coaching you live. You'll be loved up in our community, and you'll build a deeper community to support you as you take the next bold move in your work, because trust me, you're going to need it. Just like I said at the beginning of this post that I shared my bold truth in that room of leaders, that's what's going to happen for you when you are in this room of leaders. The room called Power Brand Camp. Magic happens in rooms of leaders. You come alive on the inside. You don't hold back because you don't need to. You know you are safe to shine. You are safe to share your bold position, and you know in your bones that you are safe to serve in a much bigger way. The women in Power Brand Camp know this. We are the change that we want to see in this world. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to jennyfennig.com/brand. You're going to check out what we're doing, what you get. You're going to feel into it, and you're going to join us. If this is healing, expansive, a bit scary, but something that you can't not do. jennyfennig.com/brand. And here's a tip for you. Choose the VIP level if you want to work with me in person at my live event this May. For the first time in several years, I am leading an event that is open to you, not just women who have been in programs of mine, higher end programs. This is an event that is for those change makers, those difference makers, and I'm really, really fired up about it. It's called Take a Stand Live. We're gathering over the full moon, and it's going to be unforgettable. And we just have 14 spots left at that event. So you will most likely need to make some changes to your schedule to come, and it won't feel convenient. And you'll most likely look for reasons why it's not the right time. I get it. I do the same thing when I have opportunities like this presented to me. I'm looking for all the reasons why it might not work. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. I might have a conflict, right? Oh, wait, I have to move some things around. Wait, hold on. I have to make sure, Stephen can watch the kids. I got it, And no doubt, it's 100% worth it to be in this room with us. Mark my words. Success doesn't come to those who are looking for convenient or free. And what got you here won't get you to that next level that you seek. So my message for you today, let's go. And you don't deserve a platform if you don't do this. This is Jenny Fennig sending you so much courage, confidence, and magic as you get gutsy. I will see you next time.